So there was a video by Worcester that was in my sub box tonight that just sort of came out of nowhere. It was called Why I Love Speedrunning. For those of you who don't know, Worcester is a Pokemon speedrunner, Sonic speedrunner. Lives here in South Australia, actually. I've met him before. But yeah, he talks about why he loves speedrunning and his story with it, where he came from, and all that. And I've told I got inspired, and I thought I'd do a little why I love League of Legends video, because I've never really done this before. I never really explained my history with the game. Well, I've explained it here and there, but never like solid in one video, just talking about it, how I started, where I came from, and why I love League of Legends. And I do love League of Legends. I know that those of you who watch my streams now are probably surprised about that. Like, Chimp, so you love League of Legends. You're always raging and saying how much you hate the game. But no, I do love League of Legends. And, it's something that I've been doing for 5 years now. 5 years I've been playing this game. It's been a huge part of my life. That's 25% of my life almost. I'll be 22 this year, so a little less than 25%. But that's still a huge portion of my life that's been dedicated to playing this game. And, let's start at the beginning. Back in 2013, I had been a Call of Duty player, basically. For the longest time, my family had dial-up. My parents never cared to get better internet. Finally, I got a job working at a McDonald's in March of 2012. And my reward was my sister did all the arrangements, because she was still living at home at the time, to get new internet for me. And we got this shitty ADSL that I had until last month. That was utter garbage, but hey, it was faster than dial-up, way faster than dial-up, so I could start playing online. And I started playing Call of Duty. I had my Xbox 360. I would play Black Ops Zombies, and I would play Modern Warfare 3, and that's how I met a bunch of friends. Actually, one of my friends from Modern Warfare 3 back in 2012 showed up on stream yesterday, and because he played League of Legends, and yeah, he showed up, and we had a good time saying hi to each other again. And then Modern Warfare 3. All throughout 2012, I played Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops, and then Black Ops 2 came out. And I was playing Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2, all day Black Ops 2. I went to school, I worked at the McDonald's, I played Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2. And eventually, yeah, my friend Barry, I'm sure most of you know Barry, he was always talking about, like, League of Legends, Emmanuel, League of Legends, you gotta try League of Legends, Team Fortress 2, man, you gotta try Team Fortress 2. And I'm like, Barry, I don't give a fuck, I wanna play Call of Duty. I have fun with Call of Duty. But then one day, and this was in, like, January 2013, I was just like, you know what, I'm fucking bored of Black Ops 2. I'd gotten diamond on all the shotguns. I'd gotten diamond on all the pistols, and I was just like, I'm bored. And notice how the weapons I got diamond on in Call of Duty. They were the shotguns and the pistols. No one used those things. No one used shotguns. No one ran like a pistol primary build. Everyone was tryharding with what was it called? The one where it loads on the side, the PDW or something. Everyone was tryharding. But I wasn't. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna get diamond on these weapons. And a YouTuber I used to love watching was a guy called Vanos Gaming, who I'm sure a lot of you know now. He's got millions and tens of millions of subscribers. I was watching that guy back when he had 50,000 subs. He was doing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 shotgun montages, shotgun tutorials. It was a very different channel back then. But yeah, I was always doing these weird things that no one cared about. And one day I just got bored, and I'm like, Barry, look, pick one, Team Fortress 2 or League of Legends. I'll install it, and I'll play it with you tomorrow. And he's like, well, I guess League of Legends. Yeah, do League of Legends. If you don't like it, we'll do Team Fortress 2 later. And to this day, I wonder how different my life would be if he'd said Team Fortress 2 instead of League of Legends. So I installed League of Legends, and yeah, I was just hooked from the start. Misfortune was the first champion I played in like a 3v3. I remember I misgendered Kale. Good times. But I started playing in January 2013. Pre-Season 3, Thresh was my first release. And my first loading screen was like the Season 3 pre-season loading screen. And yeah, I basically just got right into it and just played a shit ton of games. And they're all in normals, I never really played ranked. Towards the end of Season 3, I started playing ranked, but I was bronze, and I wasn't good at all. But I had a lot of fun. I just played normal games that entire year and just had a complete blast. Like, learning builds, trying out crazy stuff, just really enjoying the game a lot. And not really learning much. But, I learned what all the champions did and how to react to the champions when they're nearby and how to react when they're on my team and the basic stuff like that. So I suppose that first year was useful for that. But yeah, but then at the end of season 3, I'm like, I want to start getting into ranked. And of course I tried. I would play like Vladimir, Lissandra top, and I was bronze, and I didn't do very good. And it was season 4 that I decided, all right, I'm going to try to get seriously into rank. So I started off season 4 playing, just going into normals again, just having fun. And I started to play Ryze top. And I really found myself doing well with it. It's not even that I enjoyed it all that much. I just like, wow, I played 3 games with this guy and I did really well. I know what I'm doing. I felt like I had a good grasp of the lane. So I started watching people playing Ryze top, like professional players, VODs, from streams and stuff like that, like Fizz Mortune or those other fucking VOD stealers would put on YouTube, and I'll just watch them. Voidboy was a big one I watched. I know he's sort of shit now, but I used to watch a lot of Voidboy and Dyrus and stuff like that, and I'll just like copy them. I'll just copy how they played the lane. I saw how either they'd like freeze lane, and they'd manipulate the wave, and they'd do all that crazy stuff. So I began to learn top lane really, really well with Ryze. And I just started playing him in ranked, and eventually I got to gold 5. And I'm like, wow, this is so good. I'm so happy with this. I got to gold 5. But then there was still quite a while left in the season. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to try to go for platinum. I didn't expect to get it. I definitely didn't expect to get it. But, I mean, I grinded for the rest of the season, the next couple of months, and I got to platinum. Platinum 5. With Ryze top. I started from silver 2 on my placements. And I got there. And, yeah, it just feels good, man, And I wasn't a very good player, Looking back then, I died way too much. You give me Ryze top now, old Ryze top, and I'll fucking destroy people with it. It's a very easy champion to play, and yeah, but I wasn't that good, but I still got to platinum. And I didn't recognize that at the time. I thought I was top shit. And, yeah, season 4 was ending, and I had a new computer, and in August, no, sorry, this was before I had a new computer. In August, like, because I'd climbed to, I think it was August, yeah, I'd climbed to platinum, and I'm just like, I don't want to play Ryze anymore, because I spent a whole month in gold 1, I think a whole month, and it was just the most tilting thing. I still remember a game. It was like my final game. We win it. I'm in platinum 5, and the solution on my team, instead of hitting the Nexus, was farming top. And we lost that game, and I just tilted so hard, and I spent a whole month in gold 1. But, eventually I got there. I'm just like, right, I'm fucking done with Ryze. I don't want to play Ryze anymore. I'm done with this champion. I'm not going to play him for a while. So I started looking for something to play. And I forgot exactly what led me to Singed. I really forget exactly what led me there. But I just started playing Singed. And one thing that really attracted me to it was proxy Singed. Now, back in season 4, proxy Singed was like there was like you either play lane Singed or proxy Singed. Proxy Singed was a lifestyle, a play style. You would actually always I always proxy or I always lane. And I'd watch this YouTuber called Johnny Holmes, who I still talk to every now and again. He has his YouTube channel is still up there, Johnny Holmes, Singe Guy. All the videos that I watched are there. I've watched every single one of his videos multiple times. And I just watched his videos, and same way I learnt Ryze from watching Voidboy and Dyrus, I learnt Proxy Singe from watching this guy. And I just copied what he did. And I played hundreds of games. And during school, in my study lessons, instead of doing work, I found like a backdoor way, because the school, they block YouTube on the school laptops, but I found a way to, like, there was a YouTube downloader site that was unblocked, so I googled his video name. Oh no, sorry, you could go on YouTube, but you couldn't watch certain videos. So I just copied the link of those videos and then download them through this website and then watch them on the computer, and I would just watch all of his shit. And I basically just picked up Proxy's Engine. I just started jamming it and having a really good time, and the thing I like, remember how I was talking about how, I'll get diamond on the shotguns and the pistols in Black Ops 2. Why? Because nobody else did it. You get killed by some guy with a fucking diamond executioner in Black Ops 2. And like, wow, what the fuck? This guy's a diamond executioner and he's memeing on me? Holy shit. Who the fuck is this guy? I love that. I love that attention of sort of like I'm doing something that shouldn't work, that no one else does, but I'm making it work. I'm not these fucking retard meta slaves running around with their PDWs and shit. I'm doing my own thing and I'm still kicking ass. And that's what proxy Singe was for me. You know, I'd love when I'd proxy behind the tower and, you know, someone type an all shout like, WTF Singe, what are you doing? You know, that was great. I love that. And I love winning games with it. It was fun. It was unique. It took a long time to get the hang of, but, you know, eventually it just became muscle memory. And yeah, you know, I picked it up and I really enjoyed it. And season 5, I'm like, all right, I've got my new computer. I started doing YouTube. I got into it. It was always something I wanted to do for the longest time. You know, I still had my shitty internet back then. You know, I had my shitty internet, you know, since last month. I got the new internet. But, you know, I was doing my shitty internet and I started uploading videos and I'd advertise myself on Summoner School and my subscribers were growing and I was having a really good time. And, yeah, I spent the whole Season 5, you know, grinding ranked, enjoying myself. And eventually I got, in October of Season 5, I got to Diamond 5. I'm like, oh, wow, I got to Diamond 5 playing Proxy Singed. You know, my favorite playstyle. I loved it. It was great. It was awesome. But then something happened. Season 6 came along and minion pathing changed. They made it so that creeps would not kite as far into the jungle. They'll de-aggro after a certain point, and yeah, it just sort of fucked it all up. It was nowhere near as easy to do. You would take way more damage. And then also, Singe 420 got big. In Season 5, Singe 420 was, you know, a streamer. He was a YouTuber. He had less subs than me the whole time, and then he just blew up sometime. I forgot exactly when it happened, but he blew up. And because he blew up, most people became aware of Proxy Singe. Proxy Singe relied on ignorance from the enemy team. It relied on people sort of not knowing that it was coming. But of course, Singe 420 got big, and people were just like, oh, wow, you know, it's a Singe. Maybe he'll do this Singe 420 stuff, and I'm going to guard my jungle just in case. And of course, I would walk in there, be like, I've got a proxy, and I couldn't. And, yeah, eventually, and the Season 6 was just a shitty season. It was garbage in general. Dynamic Q, never forget. It was just a garbage season and a horrible season for Singed. And, you know, I gave up sort of halfway through and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go play Overwatch. And I had a little Overwatch phase on my channel, which, if that had ever taken off, by the way, you know, I was trying that whole time, like, I want to get a foothold in the Overwatch video making community. I want to get a video that gets big, get a whole bunch of new subscribers, do Overwatch from now, because I'm enjoying the game so much. But it never happened. So, yeah. Yeah, I never went further with it. And then Season 7 came along, I decided to start doing League again. And, yeah, Season 7, I didn't play much ranked either. I just got into it way too late, and I didn't bother all that much. I was like, you know, my first season back after half a season off, and I didn't really try all that much, but I still love playing Singe. You know, he was bad for the first part of the season, then he got his little mini rework, and it was a lot better, you know. You can see the whole saga of that on me and Minish Cap's channel. We made videos all throughout last year talking about that. And then, yeah, you know, I met Minish Cap 1 in 2017. I'd always known him, but, you know, known who he was, but I never really talked to him. But then he started talking to me, and, you know, I became friends with him, and we did some great stuff. And, yeah, you know, now in Season 8, I'm streaming now. I've got my new internet, so it's a bit shitty at the moment. They're increasing the bandwidth in the area, so the streams aren't as high quality as I'd like, but I can fucking stream. Might be crappy quality, but I can fucking stream, and you know, people are watching, but, you know, people are watching, and I'm sure a lot of them are wondering, you know, Jim, so you're so angry at the game a lot of the time, you know. You're always raging. You always say, well, not raging in chat, but just yelling, like, angry at yourself for your misplays, or, you know, calling your team retards and autists when they do retarded autistic things, and, you know, and you say you love the game, you know, you love League of Legends, and, you know, I do. I really do. And I hate to make another Hoshinshin comparison, but, you know, people say the same thing about Hoshinshin, you know. Hoshinshin's like, I hate this game, fuck this, oh my god. You know, well, why does he play it? Because he fucking loves the game. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just plays it because it's his job, you know, he streams it. But maybe, you know, like, if a Shinji was really just like, right, I fucking despise this game and everything about it, you know, even if it was your job, maybe just be like, you know what, fuck this. I'll go find another job, but maybe not. But I honestly think Hoshinshin really does love the game. You know, you see, because he's trying to make an effort to make things better, to try and even if you think he's wrong, you still have to admit that he is trying to do what he thinks would make the game better. He recognizes that Season 5, after the fucking Juggernaut patch, was a big shift in the way the game was designed and balanced, and it's not been good since then. And he's constantly trying to share his perspective on how it can be made better, and what can be changed. And that to me shows he does love the game. And when I get frustrated in game, when a full tank Scion is destroying me on Singed, when a level 1 Shen is doing a ridiculous amount of damage to the point where I want to level 1 proxy him because I can't be fucked dealing with him in lane, when these tanks are retarded, when there's so much damage in the game, where it's a bot lane meta, where it feels like top lane does nothing, where it feels like you can't carry anymore. Like, I understand for you guys that maybe only started playing the last year or 2 years, or maybe even 3 years, the idea of the solo carry doesn't seem to be that insane to you. But in Season 3, Season 4, most of Season 5, solo carrying was the big thing. That was, everybody was looking for ways to solo carry, because if you got really big and you got really fed, you'd just snowball the game out of control and you'd win the game for your team. That was how games were won back then. In solo queue at least. One person will get really fed, and obviously, sometimes you could shut them down, you can control them in team fights, but most of the time it was just like, wow, they've gotten really big and they're going to run away with the game. And that was what you do. Everyone was looking for how to solo carry. Watch GBay99's videos from Season 3, Season 4. He's talking about, like, how, to improve reload, focus on your own performance, get ahead, and snowball the game out of control. You can't do that these days, okay? You go 10-0 top, but your bot lane goes 0-4, it's over. It's ridiculous. And, you just feel like you're fucking helpless, no matter what you're doing, You could play fucking Ziggs back in Season 3, Season 4, and just be like, I'm just gonna wave clear. Every fucking way. I'm just going to throw bombs on every fucking wave. I'm just going to stall the game out, stall the game out, stall the game out, stall the game out, stall the game out. And just farm, get to this, stall the game out, stall the game out. Someone on their team is really fed, stall the game out, stall the game out. Eventually, you get that one fight that goes well and you win. Now it's just like, they got a Tristana who just puts a bomb on a tower and starts shooting it. And you can't wave clear fast enough because there's way too much damage. And you just feel like, why do I play? And I play because I love the game. I love the variety. I understand that, there are certain people who are just like, oh, I only play the game because I played this one champion. That's really prevalent along Singe mains. Minishcat1, he says this. He says, I don't play League of Legends for League of Legends. I play League of Legends because I want to play Singed. He pretty much only loves that character. If they, destroyed Singe tomorrow, just deleted him from the game, he probably wouldn't play. I probably would. They deleted Singe tomorrow, I'd just be like, okay, Singe is gone. I mean, I'd be pissed, but let's just say it had to happen and somehow, and there's a logical reason, and I accepted it. I'll be like, right, I'm going to find something else to play. Because I still love League of Legends, I'd find a different champion, And I think it's sort of... I think I'm conditioned that way because, I went from maining Ryze to maining Singed. So I sort of gave up on an old main, and then that main got removed from the game because new Ryze is nothing like old Ryze. Look up Season 3 Ryze VODs, or no, Season 3, Season 4 Ryze VODs if you want to know what I'm talking about. But I think I was able to let go, and I'm still able to have fun doing lots of other stuff, and variety is the big thing. I can... If I want to do one playstyle, I want to be wave clear, I can play Ziggs. If I want to be that crazy poison man running around, I can play fucking Singe. If I want to be some try-hard fucking faggot like everybody else and name myself something Riven and run the Riven ultimate skin and be a Riven main like 5% of the bloody player base, then I can do that too. There's all this variety, and I love things that would give you options and choice to customize things, and that's why I love the old rune system. I don't like the new rune system. I like, being able to... I want to play full attack speed Nautilus because the auto attack animation is hilarious. Cool, fucking put like a 35% attack speed rune page and just, 2109 or whatever was the one, what you would run for that, and just go bot lane and just fucking swing that anchor around and have fun. I love doing that shit. And I love the aspect of solo carrying. I love the aspect of someone getting so far ahead to run away with the game. That's why I loved old Fiora so much, because she was just the most feast and famine champion ever. You got ahead on her and you're unstoppable. You can't fucking lose. You get behind, you're useless. But I love that. I love getting ahead on Fiora. I remember this one rank game where I actually beat a ridiculously fed Fiora back in Season 4. She was ridiculously fed. And I remember I bought a Thornmail on Ryze, and you know that's how you beat it. And eventually we ended up winning, and that game felt so good to win because we beat this really snowbally, hard carrying champion who was doing very well, and it just felt great, you know. And I miss that. It sounds so weird. I miss, you know, oh shit, the enemy Akali got 3 kills. Well, we probably lose this game, but you know, it's one person. We can shut them down. They don't have, you know, a support running around behind them everywhere, which, by the way, supports are ridiculous right now. Bring back the days when supports were ward bots. Support should be a role nobody wants to play. Support should be a role that's just like, oh crap, I'm playing support. Oh, well, whatever, you know. It's basic, I know what to do. But, you know, it's never going to go back to that. I don't know, man. I love League of Legends. I love the variety. I love being able to do different things. That's why, you know, I want to go away from Singe, man. I don't just want to play Singed all the time. I'm not even that good on the champion. But, you know, everyone watches me for Singe, and that really sucks. I want to try to branch out and do different things. I'm starting to play Ziggs now. I played a lot of Lux in the past. You know, it's just like, I love that variety, and I think I made a mistake making a Singe-focused YouTube channel, but at the same time, if I hadn't done that, I would have never gotten big. I would have never gotten big being like, hey, it's the Chimso channel. You know, I got big saying like, hey, I'm the Singe channel. I'm the only one consistently uploading content, and watch me. And that niche has been filled now. You know, we got Singe 420, we got much better, we got Minish 1, we got much better Singe players than I am. And I think I want to really just try and go back to that variety, what I love. You know, being able to do different things. You know, his Shinshin is a one-trick pony. He loves his Jax, he loves his Aatrox, but he plays Kled, he plays Fiora, he plays a lot of shit, you know. I want to adapt. I want to do different stuff, you know. You know, and this is like saying to Singe, hey, you know, I think we should see other people, but I'm always gonna play Singe. I love the fucking champion. It's so much fun to play, but I just don't want to be tethered to him, you know. It takes away so much of what I love about the game, to be able to do different stuff and try different play styles. You know, sometimes I feel like playing jungle. I want to play jungle. I want to play mid. Maybe I want to play top, but I want to play fucking Darius or something, you know. I just want to have fun. You know, that's why, you know, at some point in the future, maybe I'll just take a whole season off and just do like a Mastery 5 on every champion and just stream the whole thing. Just play everything in the game and just experience the whole variety, you know. And sure, some of them I'll hate. Some of them I won't like playing. Some of them I feel guilty playing, like Fiora, fucking hell, she stays in the state she's in. But, you know, that variety is just great. And that's why I've been playing more ARAM recently too, you know. I get a random champion. Wow, I played Xerath for the first time in forever in ARAM. Holy crap, he's fun. Xerath is fun. I forgot about this, you know. And yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but I hope you sort of get what I'm trying to say here, you know. I really love League of Legends. As much as I get frustrated with it, as much as ranked, you know, pulls me down, I still want to get good at the game. I still want to go for high healer, you know. That's a dream of everybody. You know, back in Season 3 and Season 4 in high school, that's what I always wanted. I'm always still going to go for it. But I don't just want to play Singe. I want to do different stuff. I want to... I love the variety of the game, and I want to experience that variety. But the problem is, no one watches that shit, you know? And everyone wants me for my Singe, which to me never made sense because there's just so much better Singe players out there for you to watch at this point. Why would you take the advice of a Platinum Singe player who peaked Diamond 5 at one point when you could be watching Challenger and Master Tier Singe players? I never got that, but I guess, you know, I know some people do, you know, watch me for me, and I thank you all for that. Thank you to those of you who've been watching my Subnautica streams, by the way. I appreciate that. It's good to see you all. But yeah, I love League of Legends. That hasn't changed in the last, well, Season 6, probably, I didn't like it, but, you know, Season 7 came by and was a breath of fresh air, and as much as I don't like the new rune system, it's not a disaster, it's not a travesty, it's not a dynamic queue level failure. So I still enjoy the game, I still love the game, and there are things that I don't like, and there are things I'll get angry about, and, you know, I won't like the way that Riot runs the company sometimes, and the stuff they do, but at the end of the day, I still love the game. And unless it has some massive shift which just completely changes it in a way that just makes it completely unrecognizable, then I always will, you know? And, you know, there are people who would say, oh, you know, but the game already is completely recognizable. You take someone from Season 3 and put them into Season 4, and it'll be totally different. But it's like, no, not really. I mean, what's happening to Phantom Lord these days? I understand he got in the CS:GO scam thing, whatever. You know, smart man. He made a lot of money, but got caught. You know, I used to watch his Ziggs videos back in season 3, and you know, you take season 3 Phantom Lord, put him in season 8 with season 8 runes, and say, here's Ziggs, play Ziggs. Yeah, he'll need probably like, you know, couple dozen games to adjust, but eventually be like, all right, now I get this game again. You know, it's still the same game. And the map looks different. You know, it's got a new look. There's this new rune system. The masteries are gone. Well, no, sorry, the runes are gone. There's a new mastery system, because that's really what it is at this point. You know, it's still the same game. As much as people want to say it's really different, it's still the same game. And I can't speak for earlier season, but at least since season 3 it is. And I don't think it's going to have a massive change soon. But hey, we'll see what fucking season 9 brings, eh? But yeah, I've rambled on for way too long. Thank you guys for watching, those who did get through this far. Sorry about the shitty webcam quality. I will be buying a new webcam hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, but I just really wanted to make this video tonight because I'm feeling inspired. Thank you, Esther. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's why I love League of Legends. And that's why I hope to continue entertaining you all in the future. Peace out, boys.